Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon here, and I'm just getting some work done, so like working on my newsletter. So that's been super fun, just kind of reflect on what has happened, because it's kind of gone by pretty quickly. But yeah, as you saw from my first three photos, I am doing things, but I'd like to go on to into those in further detail, and also a few other things. But yeah, I am doing pretty well, guys. Just so you're not like worried about me. It's pretty modern here. Like, not living in a box, so don't have to worry about that. But yeah, it's been going super well. God has shown me some really cool things about myself and about Him. Most importantly about Him. But yeah, so I'm gonna hop right into it. So this video isn't like 30 minutes long. But the first photo is English Corner. Now I kind of went into some detail with that, but English Corner, we just practice conversations with students at Chula University. Now Chula is a university that's owned by the royal family, and it's like in downtown Bangkok. There's not actually like a downtown Bangkok, but like there is an area that's like where things are happening. So like Chula's in that area. Now Chula is like the Harvard of Thailand, so a super smart school and super prestigious school. Like everyone from Thailand and around Thailand wants to go there. Now with Chula, it's like known to be like the gay university. About 80% of the like young men that we minister to are gay from there. So like completely different atmosphere. I was meeting with or like planning to meet with a student the other day, and like I met with a friend with him, but like didn't even cross my mind. Like my site coordinator, she was like, "Yeah, just be careful because he like might be gay," and I was like, "Yeah, I didn't like really like I know like when I meet with like girls, like I gotta make my intentions clear, but like it's just a whole different ball game to like be like, oh yeah, like I gotta be careful like with like not being like because with a lot of my guy friends I'm like buddy buddy like super chill, um, but I have to be a little bit different around them. So it's just kind of interesting. But yeah, just something to continue to see what God has for me in that area. The next photo is the Alliance University Center. Wow, just like trying to talk fast, I guess. So I'm like stumbling on my own words, but God will provide. Anyways, so with the Alliance University Center, was planted less than 2 months ago by some IWs, some international workers, and some of you actually have met them or met Keith at least. He's was in Omaha, at City Light in Providence and stuff like that, and last summer. So it's hopefully some of you met him. He's a really cool guy. I really enjoy working with him. I get to work with him on Sundays and Tuesdays, and just yeah, he's super fun, super like dry humor. So you can relate really well to that. But yeah, on Tuesdays are like the most exhausting days I have of the week, but like also the most rewarding. So we have like an English lesson from like 11 to 1, and then we get food like together. Like whoever comes to the English lesson, we all get food afterwards, and then later that night on the university is like a Bible study. So interesting thing about the university they're at. So it's like 10 kilometers from my place, and then so like 10 kilometers east of my place, and then Chula is like 4 kilometers south of my place. So they're really far away. But interesting thing about the university he's at, it's Assumption University, and it is actually a Catholic university. Now, I guarantee you, no one on that campus is Catholic. It's funny, like you look throughout the campus and you see like these Catholic and Jesuits like themes. Like there's the Tower of David. There's like an angel and has like some kind of like something written in Latin next to it. That's some kind of like religious meaning. Super interesting. But there's a lot of international students at that university because it's a graduate university. So a lot of Chinese students, a lot of Indian students from India, like a lot of closed countries. So I've been actually hanging out with a student there. Sorry, I should probably put this pen down. I've been playing with it. Um, with a student there the last couple of weeks, just for safety reasons. I'm not going to tell you which country he's from or his name or anything. Um, but he is from a country that is a closed country. He's never heard about Jesus before or the gospel. We've been hanging out, and he's also been going to other events throughout the week because Keith has other events throughout the week in church. We've been hanging out, and he's been asking me like questions. I first shared the gospel with him my first Tuesday here, so a few weeks ago, And then Keith also shared the gospel with him later that day, and then we've continued like trying to pressing in. But my first day, we hung out for 6 hours. So like after like the English lesson, like there was nothing till the Bible study. So and Keith's just like, hey, like if you want to hang out at the center or on the campus or at a coffee shop, like do whatever you think is most gospel or like kingdom effective. I'm like, wow, that's like a big responsibility. Um, but like hanging out with him has been super exhausting because like his English is terrible, like the worst of any of the students I've like dealt with. Um, but like he's asked questions like, yeah, so what did Jesus do for me? And like, why did he die? And all these like questions that like you wouldn't think someone has someone that's never heard about like King Jesus before would ask these questions. And it's just like really cool to see how God pulls like his people towards him. And like, yeah, that's been really awesome to see. Um yeah, and then he started bringing a friend, and then brought another friend, and like this guy's not even a Christian, but yet he's bringing friends to like to the Bible study and to like the center. So yeah, like Tuesday is definitely like super rewarding to see, and like I don't even like do anything. Like the other like a few like last week or 2 weeks ago, we played Uno for like 2 hours because I didn't like know what to do with them. Like I just didn't know, so we played like Uno for 2 hours. So that was really cool. The next photo is Frisbee. So yeah, I found a Frisbee group. Super pumped about that. Um, so yeah, I won't go into too much detail there, but it's just really nice to have like somewhere where I can be accepted. Um, because we all have a commonality of like the love for Frisbee. So that's really fun. But some other things. Been working with a few other ministries here. So there's a lot of alliance workers, like, because obviously, like, that's who I'm with is the alliance. But there's people from Finland that are whole different, like they're like a Protestant group, and then there's some Swedish people that'll be coming soon, and then that are working with the Finnish people, who's working with a Canadian from Imagine Thailand. It's just really cool to see like all the ministries that I'm working with. Then some cool things I got to do on month one, like my second day here, I got to hang out with Keith like in a car while we're like seeing some church plants, and then he was showing around the president of the Australian Christian and Missionary Alliance. So that was super super cool. Like to hang out with the president of the CMA in Australia, like that was awesome. But yeah, we got to talk and like got to like just hear like his stories, and it was such a cool thing to do. It was super fun. And then this last week we actually went to Konkan. Konkan is a city of about 100,000 people. So coming from a small town, I'm like 100,000 people. That's a lot. Now living in a city of 15 million, you're like, wow, that's a tiny town. Like that's probably like a village, really. But yeah, we drove up to Konkan, which is 6 hours away. So, like, normally I enjoy car rides, but since I got here, I've been getting really car sick, among other things. So that's kind of sucked. But I took some Dramamine, and like God like provided and sustained me, and I didn't get car sick once. So that was awesome. But yeah, we drove up to Konkan last week for the TCMA, which is the Thailand Christian and Missionary Alliance. And I got this dope polo. Oh crap, that's in the wash actually. So I got this really cool polo, that has like the 72nd like TCMA like console, which is really cool. But yeah, it was all in Thai, because obviously we're in Thailand, so I didn't understand anything that was going on. But it was really cool to see like how all these like different church planners and different like pastors and church members all across Thailand were there, and I didn't have to know what they were singing or what they were preaching about. But when you watch them sing and like dance and worship Jesus, I didn't know what was going on. But all I knew is that they were worshiping. Wow. Wow, that was, oh my gosh. They are worshiping. Oh my goodness, that's so bad. I should probably delete that if I knew how to edit. But like they were praising King Jesus, like the same God that I believe in. And it was so cool to see. Worshiping. Oh wow, I need a. So funny thing is, like when you work with, like when you teach English, um, like your English gets really bad. I can't like talk. This is so bad. I wish I could edit because I would edit all of that out. But yeah, I need to. That needs to focus. There we go. But yeah, it was so cool to see like King Jesus getting loved in another language. Yeah, it was like really cool and like really rewarding to go. And on the bright side, I got a hotel room by myself, and I had a king side bed. Another thing about the beds here, they are super hard, like rock solid. So like going to a hotel bed was amazing because it was like a cloud, and I just kind of like sank in, and like I slept so well that night. But so yeah, that was really cool to go do. Another thing that's been going on this month is just some warfare, like spiritual warfare. So, some of you are on my prayer page. If you're not and you want to be added to, there's a link at the bottom of this email actually that you can click on and then you can request to join. Also, while I'm talking about the links, there's a link to my Instagram page where I've actually just created recently and I'm posting different like food I have, so that's kind of fun. And then there's also a link to what I don't remember. Let me scroll down. A link to like my YouTube channel. So please go there. I post weekly videos. I didn't post a weekly video this week because I was doing this and like this newsletter. But other than that, like I'll be doing like weekly highs and lows. And also there's a link to like the Envision page for Bangkok. So click on that as well if you want to know more about the site. But anyways, where was I at? Warfare, spiritual warfare. That's where it was. The reason I know that God is real. Okay, not the only reason, but like one of the reasons I know that God is real here is because I know the devil is real here. He's been attacking me nonstop. Like there are places you'll drive down streets and you'll just feel like this dark presence. Um, some stories I have here. There has been spirits in my apartment. And I know like some of you are completely like super conservative, like no, like Nathaniel, like spirits aren't like real anymore. Like yeah, we saw like Jesus cast the spirits out of that man and into the pigs in the Bible, but like those aren't. No, guys, let me tell you, spirits are real. I just want to make that crystal clear. If you believe me, great. If you don't, you should do some more research because they are real. And in America, the reason we don't like face them ever is because the devil would just be like, oh, like, you know, chase after your career, or, oh, like, chase after this image on your computer, or, oh, like, chase after this or that or that. Here, he scares people into not believing Jesus. Like, I can't be more serious than I am right now. Like, I have been afraid to go to bed at night for a few weeks now because a few times, like, there has been pounding on my door, like, my door outside. I'll like wake up, like send a message to my prayer guys just to pray for me. I'll walk out and no one's there. There has been pounding on my screen door, which is inside, like not pounding, but like rattling my screen door, which is inside my main door. Um, One of my first nights, I could feel something in my room with me, watching me as as I was like awake, trying to sleep. Um, I got a dream of my mom, like that we were having a conversation face to face. She's planning on hopefully coming to visit me later on this year, and I had in the dream she said that she wasn't like planning on coming to visit me anymore. For like a whole day, I believed we had that conversation because it was just so real. And then I realized later that that was just actually a dream. Like spiritual warfare is real. The devil is out to get you, especially if you're chasing after Jesus. I just want you to know that. He's been chasing after me nonstop. So yeah, just I know I got super serious there, but it's real. So just pray for me in that. There's been a few nights where I get scared to sleep now, but like every night before I go to bed, I actually walk through my apartment with the Bible in hand, and I will say, if there's anything that is not of God in this place, I command you to leave in the name of Jesus. Like, it sounds super weird to pray that, but I pray it like 30 times, like just walking around my apartment before I go to bed, and I'll sleep okay. But like the nights I don't do that, there's war, there's a battle going on. So yeah, some other things that I just need some prayer for, and which I'll include at the bottom here. It's just sleep, that I get rest because the beds, like I said earlier, are super hard, and then sickness. I've been sick for like a week, and kind of TMI, but I've had diarrhea for like a week, and apparently that's kind of like common here. But yeah, I might have to go to the hospital next week, and not like going to the hospital is like a big deal, but like they don't have like doctor's offices here. Like if you were sick or like need what like a prescription, you should go to the like to the hospital. 'Cause, like that's what everyone does. They don't have doctor's offices here. But yeah, I've had like diarrhea for like a week. So I've kind of like missed out on like some opportunities with students. But yeah, like being a missionary is not glamorous at all. Let me tell you that. Like any perceived like notions that you've had about like being, oh, like it's really cool, like you're gonna be saving people like every other day. Like no, that's like not what it is like at all. You're tired. You will tell people that they are loved by Jesus and they don't care. Um, and yeah, you have like diarrhea for like a week and you like poop like 4 times a day. So like TMI, I know it's gross, but so yeah, that's kind of like the notes I had written down. But yeah, I've made some really awesome connections with students. I was actually hanging out with some students the other day that they go to English Corner, and my site coordinator was telling me that like no one's ever been able to connect with those 2 students before. So like just like some really cool breakthroughs. But yeah, guys, like I'm not like here like as like I've told before, like I'm not here like building houses or churches or whatever. Like at the end of like my year, I won't be able to take a picture. I'm like, this is what I've done. Like, so that's like really like sucks in some ways, but it's also like not, because like I'm building relationships with people. So I've started some, like we're 1 month in. I'm hoping to reach out to more and continue to deepen the relationships I have with people. So you guys, I wasn't trying to make the video this long, but hopefully you guys are able to watch it all. And hey, I love you guys. I miss you. Praying for you guys. Keep praying for me. Reach out to me constantly. If you're not on my prayer page on Facebook and you want to be, go ahead and shoot me a message. I do have some current needs, some other things, so if you guys wanted to know how to support me, shoot me an email, reach out to me. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. I'll probably remember like 20 things after I hit stop. And I also have to use the bathroom again because I'm sick. But yeah, really just pray that, God continues to heal me, because I'm super tired of being sick. And yeah, that's really all I have, guys. All right, signing out for now. See you guys next time.